What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Raw review. This is the last one of the year of 1993. Let's get right into it. Raw starts off with the highlights of last week's attack on Tatanka by Yokozuna and Ludwig Borga. That was until Lex Luger came out for the save and slammed Yokozuna for, I believe, the third time this year. Once at the Stars and Stripes event, I think at SummerSlam, and again last week. This week, since Bobby Heenan is gone from the WWF, the Quebecers are joining Vince at the commentary table. McMahon basically insults them, but either they don't hear him or they just plain ignore him because they don't even respond to what he said. As the show gets started, Lex Luger comes out for the first match of the night, taking on a jobber. So in the last 3 weeks, including this episode, we now have seen 11 jobber matches. One more, and that's going to be an average of 4 per show, which is basically nothing but jobber matches on any given episode. Luger picks up the win with a superplex. They also show a number to call in if you think Lex should be allowed to be in the Royal Rumble. Nothing was really explained to why we should care, but it looks like he's going to have to hop back on that Lex Express and get the help from America again, but he only has like 4 weeks this time. Johnny Polo gets interviewed next because he's taking on Marty Confetti, as he calls him. If you remember weeks, if not months ago, he interfered in a match between Marty and the Snot-Nosed Kid, as he also calls 123 Kid, and he said that he could beat both of them, so he's going to get his opportunity here tonight. McMahon thanks Johnny Hobo for his time, but he corrects himself because he's next to the Quebecers and doesn't want any problems from PCO, future Ring of Honor World Champion. I've never seen Raven in a full match before, so I was curious to see how Johnny Polo would wrestle in this early non-Attitude Era WWF, and as I expected, he worked as a goofy heel. Getting into the match, Marty goes for a crossbody, but Polo ducks and Jannetty goes flying to the outside. Then Polo hits a dive to the outside over the ropes. Marty drop kicks Polo to the outside. Pierre comes to help him back in the ring, and Marty baseball slides both of them. As Marty goes for a top rope move, Pierre pulls Johnny to the outside, so he dives onto Pierre instead. Marty goes for the sunset flip pin, but Polo reverses it, and with Pierre holding him down, he gets the pin and the win over Marty. Jannetty gets pissed off and confronts the Quebecers at the commentary table with a chair, but it doesn't really escalate much from there. We just go to commercial. Then Doink comes out for a match against the Small Demonstration. If you know what the jobbers dress like, I hope you understand that joke. Doink gets the win with the help from Dink, and with the end of that match, it gave us the average of 4 jobber matches per show for Monday Night Raw in the last 3 weeks. Then, during the Royal Rumble update, Bret and Owen Hart are now hand in hand. They said that they fixed all their problems during the holidays, and it also looks like all legs are still attached to their respective legs at this moment. And now they have a shot at the tag team titles at the Rumble versus the Quebecers. Next up, Crush gets a win over a jobber, not much to say there. Then back at the Undertaker's workshop, we see more of Taker working on the casket for Yokozuna, and he tells him that soon the champ will also be wrapped like a gift. Next we see some footage of Alundra Blaze getting a win over someone. They gave her a name, but I didn't recognize her, so I don't think we're going to see her again. First time this year I've seen that they've had women competing, so we'll see where that goes. Up next, Razor Ramon picks up a win over another jobber, making that 14 squash matches in 3 weeks. We'll see if they pick this up in the year of 1994, but that's how the show ends. And besides them promoting what's going to happen next week, let's just end this right now and get to the awards. For the best moment, I guess if you were watching it as it happened, Bret and Owen becoming a team again, and it being announced that they were challenging for the tag belts would have been a good moment, so I'm going to give it to that. Worst moment, the show ending with a meaningless match again, even though it was Razor. Sorry about that, but doesn't mean anything. For the worst match, the match that Doink was in versus whatever that jobber was, and then the best match, Marty versus Polo, because there's nothing else to choose from. For the wackest performer, Lex Luger, whenever he's in a match, like I've said before, it just doesn't look like he takes it serious or even wants to be there. For the stand-up performer, I'm going to give that to Johnny Polo. It's the first time I'm actually seeing him in the ring in a full-length match. Now, I've seen hardcore matches later, and I've never really seen anything from ECW from Raven, but here on Raw, he actually put on an entertaining match, so stand-up performer goes to Johnny Polo. This episode, though, is going to get another bad grade, and I think that's 3 in a row. The jobber matches obviously aren't going to help, and they've gone back to only showing matches and not really doing segments to advance storylines. The Bret and Owen thing looks to have been taking place on other shows, and Undertaker is only building his feud with short video promos. So 1993 comes to an end on a bad note, and for now, the reviews are going to be put on hold. I'll still be doing them. I might save up a good amount of reviews for the year of 1994, on my computer before I release them. Right now, I'm just gonna see if miraculously the 1983 reviews get some sort of traction. I'm gonna keep trying to have clips on these reviews, but it's gonna be a slow process because of the YouTube copyright system. I'll try to get more reviews with actual clips from the show for you guys because I think that will be a little bit more entertaining to watch and sit through instead of just having to hear my voice and look through still images. Until the 1994 reviews come out, I'll catch you guys next time.